Hello, and welcome to my lab. I am Tarat, your local mad scientist. And I'm tired. I was out all day and I just got back. Just in time for the stream. So yeah, we are continuing Disco Elysium, of course. So let's fucking go. What the fuck do I have on my head? What the hell do I have on my head? Hold on. What is that hat? I see. Okay. Right. So what was I doing? Alright, I wanted to go take the dice. And I think... Oh yeah, I had the thing to open the ice container too. So let's do that. Actually, I kind of want to talk to these guys again.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
He shakes his head looking like he really is having trouble believing this shit. Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
What the fuck, Kim? Let's talk about the hangman again.
Okay, why not? Let's do the old thing over again. We're not wasting time. There is no time.
There is no time. I like all these answers. Okay, this person who was shot and then made to look like he was hanged. He might have been shot by the people who hanged him.
I get it, okay. But what is the motive?
To cover something up?
That would be my first guess, yes.
It's quite possible. Hey, why am I telling you these things?
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more.
Yeah, there's always more. Alright. What are you saying?
Hi again, Gendarme.
I don't
Bye-bye,
have
Gendarme.
anything to say to you. Alright. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doom. Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doom. Oof. The ambience here. Alright, I'll need my flashlight. Tools. Oh yeah, and I had something to do with the... how was it called? The thing here.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering, casting the framework in a soft glow. Fluorescent play and print keys shine on the keyboard. The speaker comes to life.
Good morning, Fortress X. Please repeat. Is this the production schedule? Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife death.
Good. I've unlocked the production schedule.
Really? She just used the same password?
Yeah,
Maybe
that was
those radio
predictable.
computer guys aren't that paranoid after all.
That was predictable, Kim.
Fortress Accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
That's all for now.
Thank you, and goodbye.
Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. With a quiet determination, the printer starts printing, a piece of paper unfolding like a handheld fan. A black crisscross of letters covers its surface.
Read the printout.
It's a project report written by the lead producer, Andrew Andy Schott, about Whirl Untethered, a radio game developed by Studio Fortress Accident.
Yes.
The first few pages give an overview of the capital and workforce, while the rest of it seems to be a production schedule.
Alright, read about capital. I want to know about money.
In its short time of existence, Fortress Accident SCA managed to burn through truly insane amounts of money. The first tranche of seed financing brought in 150,000 Riyal, But then came the delays.
There's always
Eventually,
delays.
the damage reached 400,000 real, with only half of the game finished. 400,000 real? You're my yo. These guys knew how to party.
I don't think that's for a party. What the hell? Gosh, where did they get all this money?
Let's just say it was a real adventure for their Igaunian investor.
Right. Read about the workforce. Who worked there? How long?
Fortress Accident employed 18 people, the bulk of the team composed of writers and concept artists. There were also radio programmers, sound engineers, a CEO, 2 marketing experts, and a single overburdened producer who developed a habit of popping pyrrolidon in the basement to escape his obligations.
What is pyrrolidon?
But on the other hand, their obligations were piling up at an inhumane rate, a rate that could only be amended by pyrrolidon. Why did Fortress Accident have so many concept artists?
Wait, why did your radio game need so many artists?
It didn't.
Huh? It didn't need so many concept artists?
No, definitely not. A few more producers could have come in handy though, especially when dealing with writers, some of whom routinely skipped work because of mental health issues and extremely unprofessional sleep schedules.
So you're telling me they were doomed from the start? Okay.
One of them even managed to steal some valuable company property before skipping town for good.
Skim through the production schedule, whatever it is.
The production schedule depicts their glorious descent into bankruptcy.
Because of the concept artist?
Not the concept artists.
Aww.
It wasn't even the writers, with their panic attacks and 3-hour lunches.
3-hour lunches? What the fuck?
It was impossible not to fail. The project was too large, and no amount of money could satiate the ever-expanding ambitions of the development team. They tried to make a 4 million real game with 400,000 in their bank account.
Yeah, that's impossible.
They thought they could bridge the gap with pure willpower and imagination. They couldn't.
I could have bridged the gap. No, I'm not going to say that. Oh, so they were done in by their own ambition.
No. Even then, success remained within an ever-narrowing margin of possibility that, despite everything, never entirely disappeared. That is, until they discovered the Valley of the Heads.
The what?
At the 11th hour, the lead designer, Jimsk-born Sulisław Jalisa, decided that what Wirral Untethered needed was a secret mystical location at the extreme edge of the map.
Uh-huh.
This place was to be the Valley of the Heads, where the heads of all the headless constructs could be found. The player would have been able to choose a head for their headless party member, and each head would have been voiced on air by a professional actor.
This is some insane shit. Who were these people?
The world had never seen their kind before, and might never again.
How many heads were there?
So many. The last count, there were approximately 10,000 heads.
10,000
headless men, all of which could be endlessly recombined.
That is insane. The scale of this thing. Okay. How many combinations could you make out of that?
Do you really want to know? There seems to be a calculation here, but it may take a while.
Yeah, how bad could it be? I see. I see, that's a lot. Oh no, oh no. Uh-oh. Shit. Stop!
The lieutenant taps his foot impatiently, his arms folded tight against his chest.
It's okay, Kim, we're gonna get through this.
He's dying for a cigarette. Come to think of it, you are too.
No, I'm not gonna smoke. Come on. Oh, fuck. still happening. What have I done? What have I done? Oh no. Help. Help me.
What if you broke the radio computer? What if it's never going to stop?
Please stop. Oh, that's out of 0.
And that's it.
Huh. Okay, so that's what did them in?
Well, yeah, that and the catastrophic data loss.
Yeah, this must be the anomaly Suna mentioned in the church log.
On the nature of the data loss, there's ominously little information in the production log. It comes at the very end where things get fuzzy and dark, where tables and numbers seem to vanish into an eerie nothingness, before the Igaunian investors pulled the plug.
Uh-huh.
What is clear is that one day an unidentified numeric anomaly occurred on the East Insulindian Lintel front, just as the Wirral Untethered project was being compiled that day.
And the anomaly caused all the data to get lost in the air.
When the project was returned, it was completely blank.
Wow.
The team spent weeks on the phone with Lintel, the service provider, but despite their diagnostics, they could never produce a satisfactory explanation or pay for the loss.
What, they lost the whole game and wouldn't even pay for it?
Always read the terms of service.
That's a good advice.
And let's face it, they didn't have any money left for a legal action.
Yeah. Wasn't there a copy of the game a backup?
Mysteriously enough, it seems that the off-site copy happened to be on-site when the catastrophic data loss occurred. It was the lead programmer's responsibility to oversee weekly maintenance of the off-site copy and, well, keep it off-site. An explanatory note from the lead programmer has been attached.
What does it say?
S. Lukanen Kilda, the lead programmer of Fortress Accident. The off-site copy was on-site because there was no off-site anymore. Not for me, not after 8 months of crunch. I didn't have a home anymore, so I started keeping it in the basement in the ice bear refrigerator near where I went to sleep. It was perfectly safe there. The temperature conditions were optimal.
Huh. That is... Seems like things were pretty bad. Damn. Didn't have a home anymore. I mean, I guess it's a reasonable explanation, I guess.
That's not what her colleagues thought.
Yeah. Is there anything else from this lead programmer?
The production schedule ends with a few random notes that seem to be added sometime later.
Read them then.
4 months later, by an unknown author. I am the only one left, and it's gotten rather damp here. A few other businesses have gone under, too. Slipstream switched to making skis, and the hairdressers just left, cursing Martinez. They're right, though. Something's seriously wrong with this place. Martinez, all of it.
Well, that's ominous.
Still haven't got an answer from Lintel about what happened. All I could get were the physical coordinates of the error on the East Insulindian front on that day. Since the computation happened on air, I reckoned it had to coincide with an actually existing location. I have compared the coordinates to a map of Revachol West. Turns out it's only 800 meters from here. The address is Saint-Brun 1147. I am going there to look this thing in the eye.
Yeah, and if we've already been there...
Saint-Brun 1147? That's what the street sign next to the church said.
Yep, we know that already. Tear off the printout and throw
Tiles
it
on the
away.
cube are
I'm gonna
Tiles on the
take
cube
the
are
cube.
still. The filament slides out of its glowing.
And let's go down to take the other one. Da, 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 da.
This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it slowly melting.
58%. Let's go.
Ice groans and howls under the strain of your giant Gewaltsund multi-tool until the lid cracks open.
But I got 15. I got 15 and it was 15 to... that is pretty good.
Darkness lies inside, but you can faintly make out an object, intricate and foreign, left there for a sub-zero beauty sleep, a filament memory with the words "off-site copy" written on its side. Disappointment washes over you as you stare into the almost empty ice cream maker.
What? No ice cream?
A scoop of ice cream would have been nice, yes.
The lieutenant agrees. Someone's stomach grumbles. The room feels very cold.
You gently lift the cube from its frosty bedding, careful not to damage it.
We should take it back to Miss Lukanen Kilda as soon as possible. I'm not sure how well unused filaments tolerate room temperatures.
Yes, but aren't you curious to know what's on the precious filament? There's a radio computer upstairs.
Should I? I don't think I will. I don't want to upset the lady already. Off-site copy. Oh wait, I needed to... Fuck. I needed to go somewhere else. I'm gonna go that way. Da-da-da. Here you go. Hello there.
Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
I came back to pick up my die.
Excellent. That will be 10 real for one set of magnetic dice.
There you go.
This was an especially fun set to make.
She says as she opens her drawer, and hands you a sparkling pair of dice. Look at them.
Dazzling. It's like you have a pair of tiny disco balls in your hand.
That's nice. Alright. That's what I wanted. Ba-da-da-da-da. I don't need this thing. Book. Let's look at my dice. Oh, I can't. Look at the map tab in journals to see which white checks I've opened. Fucking Kuno. Da da da.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Oh, I never tried this. I get Annette's a trooper. She looks like she can take it, but it's actually wearing her down. You know she's been biting her nails?
God, I've told her not to do that. It's disgusting. And I told you to mind your own business. Clearly, you have no idea how hard it is to raise a girl in this economy.
I don't think she can do anything about it.
She can, if she has enough willpower. This is what's called growing pains. Life isn't
Growing
easy.
pains.
Life doesn't give breaks.
Come on, ma'am. It's obvious she can't do anything about it. You are placing an unnecessary burden on a young child.
I kind of want to say this one. Yeah, actually, it's super alright for kids to chew their hands off. Forget I said anything.
She stands stiff and severe, silently fuming. 10 or so seconds pass without change. She's looking for one, but there simply aren't any good arguments for being an asshole.
Ha!
Oh no. Hold on. I need to invite her inside and apologise. She must be freezing out there.
That oh no was weird.
There. I don't know what to say to you. My husband, he tries to teach me business lessons. I have what my mother called a dull mind. All this stress.
She stops, but her mouth keeps moving.
It sounds like both the husband and the mother treat her the way she treats Annette.
Uh-huh. Just not compassionately. I'm not going to say that.
Yes, sometimes it's better to let people come to these conclusions themselves.
Mm-hmm. Is she an only child?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A real treat she is. It would be nice if she had... No, we couldn't have afforded more children, really. Not in this economy.
Not in this economy.
A glimmer of sadness blinks through the well-crafted exterior.
Of course, yes, this economy.
Exactly.
I kind of want to agree with that. Is this husband Hannet's father?
Yes, my husband is a successful entrepreneur east of the river. If only he were more involved in the business we're running up here. No matter. Soon we'll both be off for Grand Couronne.
Wait, Grand Couronne? What's that?
It's a proper place to live. One of the most peaceful neighbourhoods east of Jamrock. You may know it for its massive housing projects. Most of the buildings are empty at the moment. It's a great opportunity to get ahead of the crowds. Better times ahead for sure.
Yeah, and your husband's also involved with the bookstore.
He made the initial investment. Since then, he's been what you might call a silent partner.
Super silent.
Nah.
Almost inaudibly so.
She told me she doesn't go to school anymore.
She's been too busy helping me here. So she studied at home this trimester. This is a temporary solution, of course. I assure you, I of all people understand the importance of education. She will be back in school the moment the store takes off.
Which might be never.
And hell freezes over? Never mind. It's not a good topic to get into.
Alright, I had something else in
The
mind.
woman looks aloof. Her features much softer. Occasionally she glances at her daughter's silhouette.
Alright. Let's talk to her.
I'm sorry, sir. I can't talk right now. I'm very busy with my homework. I have so much homework now.
You just can't win.
Yeah.
Out of the rain and into the gutter.
What are you doing now?
Math. It's really difficult. Like, really. They say you need it to get rich. Better than standing outside in the cold, I guess. Oh, I found something while you were away.
Oh, what is it?
I thought this would fit you. Like, thanks for helping out. Not me. The city, I mean. Like a detective does.
She gives you a hat almost exactly like the one Dick Mullen wears on the covers. What? Where did you get it?
Just what Dick Mullen would ask. I got it from behind the curtains. I'm not really supposed to go there.
Oh. A detective hat?
Yes, just like the one Dick Mullen wears all the time. You'll look way more serious with that. Right, I have to get back to my homework now, before Mum notices. Man, this is hard.
Kinda wanna try this one. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar?
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
What? Wait. Hang on, so you know me? We've met before?
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time, before Mother told me to focus on my homework. You've been running around all week, sir. Sometimes without your shirt on,
Without your shirt.
asking people questions. I haven't really understood what about.
Oh no. Did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
What do you mean better? I look like shit?
Yeah, but you don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby.
That's okay.
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now.
No.
Snap those sequins on you, boy.
This girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Forget about this.
Don't leave us hanging like that, man. Open yourself to the experiences of the world. Expand your consciousness with amphetamines.
So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with?
I didn't know I had to do that.
That's fair, actually. That is fair. Thanks, I've learned something about myself today.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
Right. Let's go back to the church. Oh.
The sight of bullet holes stirs something in you, making you forget the lieutenant's surname.
Look closer first.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient.
Kim, look! Bullet holes!
Where?
Point to the chips in the wall. Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it.
Yeah. Those are old.
Oh, you mean like from the revolution?
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
Alright then.
We should focus on present crimes from the present century.
Don't know why it gave me the option right now, but good to know. Du-du-du. Yeah. The ice just off the coast crackles, shifting. Seems the walker was either very confused or drunk out of his mind. Yeah, that was me. Oh wait, I forgot to look at the hat I just got. Dick Mullen's hat. +1 encyclopedia. Well, that's nothing. And +1 empathy. Oh. That is a good one. Much should choose. Yeah. Springtime cold. Those descriptions are weird. Hello there.
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and those waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me.
Yeah, makes sense.
But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
I like the -1 here. Kim's presence makes it awkward. I'm looking for someone else, actually. No, that's my motor carriage in the sea, by the way.
Oh, that's good to know, I guess. Why is it in the sea?
Well, it was an accident. I'm sorry.
This calls for a funeral, if you ask me.
A funeral? You are suggesting we honor the carcass of my former motor carriage?
Aye. Feels deserved, don't you think? Falling in the line of duty like that and all?
Not what an odd thought. Maybe I should.
Why odd? Our things are a part of our life world. They're made with our human sweat and they share human history. We should care about them as we care about humans. To some extent, at least.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair.
Life world. Someone's been reading up on last century Gotvaldian philosophers. Play
Gotvaldian.
cool now.
Alright, I'm in. But organizing a funeral takes lots of time and effort, doesn't it?
Oh yeah? You won't even be able to get it out of the water before early June. And where are you going to bury it? Who to invite? What music to play at the wake? Take it from someone who's been through a few funerals. It's easiest to just leave them there and let nature take care of it.
That's all we have time for right now anyway.
Yeah.
Come back here in June and see how you feel about it then. It's not like it's going anywhere.
Sure. Let's focus on the things we can actually do, alright?
Absolutely. Things like what, for example?
I'm looking for someone else.
Who?
No.
Well, how can I
Okay.
assist you then, officer?
I'm not doing the Everard's envelope thing. I don't want to do that. Do 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 do. What is still here? Well, that's a bottle right here. And I can't take it. Wait, no, I've checked this trap already.
Nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. I need to remember where I'm supposed to go. Was it that way? I think it was that way. Ah, here we go. Same address, yep. Hello there.
Yes, what is it?
About the off-site copy you asked me to bring.
Yes?
I brought you the filament.
Thanks. Looks like it's the one.
What's going to happen now?
Now I'm going to print it out to see what's left of it.
She's already inserted the filament into the radio computer's core, ready to close the door. What are you even hoping to find?
I have a theory. Lintel was able to divine the location of the anomaly from this broken copy. I want to repeat their calculation, only this time with better equipment. Watch. What an intricate display of failure.
The paper starts filling out with ink, soaking it in a gleaming blackness. Not a single line of data stands out.
Uh-huh. Something's very wrong with that filament memory.
Sorna doesn't reply, her hands running over the printout. She's looking for something. For her morning star. Eyes scouring the millimeters.
Here. I found it.
Where?
Hold on.
She's behind the keyboard now, typing in some numbers that only she understands. The terminal beeps and the light inside starts pulsing like a glowing heart. I'm gonna say nothing.
Just give me a second. I'm almost...
She clocks up her typing speed.
I've never witnessed a programmer work before.
Damn, Kim!
Done. I've got it. I found the location of the anomaly.
There's joy in her voice as she bumps her fist into air. You did it. You found the coordinates.
I found the coordinates.
She lets out a celebratory laugh.
She's beaming. You can feel it in your heart.
Yeah.
Great job.
Oh my god, congratulations!
Thank you.
So where it is? Where is it? Where is your 2mm hole in the world?
There. In the swallow.
She points at the other hand of the church where a group of water balls forms a ritualistic arc.
Think you can help me again?
Sure.
I need you to go move those water balls for me. I need to double check my calculations.
What an interesting proposition. Truly a task for the intellectuals. Solving the puzzle of water balls.
It's a puzzle of water balls. Right, I'll go figure it out. I'm good at intellectual puzzles.
Figure it out? No. I don't need you to figure anything out. I've got a computer for that.
She pats the mainframe.
Just walk over to the circle and follow my instructions. Move the third ball 2 centimeters to the left and the fourth ball 5 centimeters to the right. This should do the trick.
What? She only wants you to follow instructions. Nothing intellectually stimulating. In this task, a child could do it.
I'll still say sure, no problem. Don't be difficult.
Thanks.
Alright, let's do this.
It's awfully silent again, as if someone turned off the entire world outside those walls. Water inside the bowls stands still. Measurements have been marked down around the bowls, each chalk-drawn line representing a centimeter on the floor.
Alright, move the third ball from the left 2 centimeters away.
It moves like a ghost, without creating a single trace of sound. This task is an insult to your mental skills.
Shut up, logic! Move the fourth ball from the left 5 centimeters to the right.
Some water spills out of the bowl, wetting the floor. The lead programmer sends you an encouraging thumbs up from across the hall. Time to run back, or maybe walk. This is a sacred place after all.
Right.
Yes, what is it?
She doesn't look up from the keyboard. I have moved the balls. It was mind-numbingly easy. What's next?
Great. Everything should be aligned now.
She stops, biting into her chapped lip.
Miss Know-It-All is hesitating.
What's wrong?
Yeah. Nothing. Now the only thing left to do is to unmute the headphones.
Unmute the headphones?
If we got the location right, we should then be able to hear whatever sound this anomaly makes.
Wait, why did you have your headphones on mute in the first place?
Honestly, I'm a little scared.
Oh. Isn't it going to be just silence and nothing else?
I don't know. That's what I'm scared of. I don't know. It could be anything. I mean, what sound does the nothing make? How can you even listen to something that doesn't exist?
Very true. She turns to face you, the mainframe throwing shadows on her chin.
What if silence is only what surrounds it, but the swallow itself is...
She grows silent, her face very pale in the cold light of electricity. What?
I don't know. I'm just scared. Maybe it's going to be something terrifying. Maybe it's going to tear the world apart.
Tear the world apart, what the hell?
Like that evil ink that filled the printout, erasing coherence and meaning.
You're overthinking this.
Maybe. Maybe I'm just tired.
Let's think about this logically. Why would nothing be terrifying if it's, well, nothing?
Why assume that something that has no presence, existence, or qualities has to be terrifying?
Because it reminds us of death. And we humans tend to think that death is pretty scary.
It's scary, but we just have to face it.
Yeah, you're right. Let's do it.
She puts on her oversized headphones, ready to press unmute on the keyboard.
The lieutenant takes a step back. And then, nothing. Nothing happens as Sona Lokanen Kilda presses unmute on her keyboard. Nothing but silence. You can hear some small animal cross the floor in the chancel. It's that quiet in the sanctuary.
Say nothing.
She doesn't talk. Her eyes closed and brows knitted together in a state of deep focus. One hand cupping the headphone.
Well?
Damn it.
She lets out a loud sigh before tearing off her headphones. She is still avoiding your gaze. Come on, did you hear anything?
No, of course not. Nothing happened. Let's move on.
Despite her fear, she was hoping for something extraordinary to take place.
What do you mean nothing happened? Did you find the swallow?
No.
She rests her face on her hands, massaging the forehead.
No. My hypothesis was wrong. According to this, I should have heard something, if I got the coordinates right. Like I said, silence is only what surrounds it. But this is just another failure. Silence sounds like silence. That's all it is. You can try on the headphones. See if you can hear anything. But don't get your hopes up.
This can't be it. You should have a listen.
28%.
Everything.
Oh my god!
You are draped in silence like a drowning man staring into his puny little headspace. And then the pressure changes.
What does it mean?
It feels like flying on an aerostatic, or when your ears pop, or like a subtle difference in the atmosphere, a weather change hanging in the air. What if the sound you're looking for is too low for you to hear it?
Oh, so now, what if we just need a better sound system? And, oh, I know where to find one.
A better sound system? Alright, but where would we get one?
Suddenly, a rhythmic beat permeates the walls, causing a small patch of decorative stucco to crumble onto the wooden floor.
They should really allocate some renovation funds to this place.
Murmurs the lieutenant, inspecting the damage done to the arabesques.
No. What they really should do is shut down the disco men for disturbing neighborhood peace.
Yes, but they could help with the speakers.
You mean the speed freaks?
She closes her eyes as more dense music invades the holy silence of the sanctuary.
Of course, the speed freaks. They have a fantastic sound system. And you think they would help me?
They would if you wouldn't mind them moving in with you.
I guess I could live through a week or two of peaceful coexistence.
Great, I'll go talk to them then.
Sure. Let me know how it goes.
Well, everything is going fine here. Alright. Let's talk to them. Wow. Oh, I forgot there's this. The building before you house the engine. Must have been a big one. Hold on.
An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. The wind has blown a sand dune in front of it. The door hasn't been opened in a long while.
Because this
You
structure
see
has been
a
used to
handle.
take the shot.
From here to the whirling, I can't see how. The church is in the way.
Ah, the church is in the way, yeah, right. Oh wait, that's one of the traps, no?
This trap's not too hard to spot, once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist.
Look around.
The reeds shake sadly in the coastal breeze, weighed down by rain. They seem to be waiting for something. The wind picks up here, near the Cape's end, surrounding the narrow strip of land from 3 cardinal directions. It's cold for this time of year.
It's cold. Reach for the trap.
Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity.
Oh, I'm disappointed.
Empty as all of them. One more of these and we are done.
His face is red from the cold sea air. He crushes to catch his breath. You getting tired?
No, I'm fine. I didn't mean to complain, it's just...
He's short-winded. The sentence ends here. Are you okay, kid?
Yes?
Are you okay?
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the whirling in rags.
Maybe it's the sail and climb the comms tower, took the shot there?
It's not possible to climb that ladder. And even if it were, why? There's no platform up there to aim from.
The lieutenant looks up, raising his collar.
It does look extremely rickety, and wouldn't help much either.
What about the cigarette butts?
Those? Smoking assailant Ruferos Tumutiri to Astra or Joan? Cigarette butts are everywhere. This is a common brand for old men.
Righty. I got the skill points and I already know which one I want to do interfacing. Let's go. Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully,
Right.
this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out... Biddable Prime, was it?
Look over the water to the whirling in rags.
There, 1.2 kilometers over the wave-crossed bay, through heavy, dark grey curtains of rain, you see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the 3rd floor of the whirling in rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender, smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you, because you're here, freezing in the wind.
Shut up, electrochemistry!
Doing your...
Anyway. There's nothing here yet. Alright. All right.
Come on, get in. The warm stuff's getting out. Sorry, we barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for this.
I'm actually not, he thinks. I just dislike delinquents.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
Hello there, do you mind...
Back to the heavyweight jam!
Oh yeah, I forgot this one, just say nonsense.
Hardcore!
Say nothing.
Hardcore!
Still say nothing.
Hardcore to the mega!
Say nothing.
Internally coherent.
Still say nothing.
All core! All right!
Yeah.
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music in the very real air of the stuffy tent.
Hardcore! Ah!
Let's start an agonized war over the fibblish, obviously not too hardcore bit below. No, but seriously, I'm a little worried it isn't.
The question is, what is the question?
Ah! That would have been good if I had asked you a question, but I didn't. Now it's just idiotic.
But there was a question? We're close.
True, hard, full, core! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent.
I was wondering if you knew who killed the mercenary hanging behind the Welling in Rags hostel?
Good morning, yeah! 1, 2, 3, Yeko Kata, the place to be!
You said that before, was it Yeko Kata the place to be? What does that mean?
Yeko Kata is a hardcore place!
Yeko Kata is an abbreviation from the Gradian term, Zone of Ecological Catastrophe, an agricultural megaproject in the extreme southeast of the Gradian Isola. It involved cutting-edge approaches to irrigation, an intricate system of irrigation networks.
I do not care!
Hi again. So, how are things going?
I'm here to talk about the church again.
Yes? What's the deal?
Good news! I managed to convince Suna she's okay with you guys moving in, but on one condition. She needs your speakers for our project.
We are grateful, Cotman. You're an augury of a new era of Nordic dance music.
The Speed Freak smiles, happier than he's ever been before. We're going to have to share space for a couple of weeks until she gets her research finished.
That's fine. We can manage.
He grins, excited. I'm glad I could help.
We appreciate it. It's going to take us a bit to move our stuff inside. A couple of hours, maybe. Come check back later. Let's get moving.
Alright. Oh, and they're just gone like that, okay. So, a couple of hours. Right. Couple of hours. check boardwalk for bullet traces and check island for bullet traces. That's I need to do that. Ba-la-la-la-la-la. Report back to Joyce. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay. The freaking firearm. I think I should go back see Joyce. Okay, let's do that. Have I even been down there actually? There's nothing here. Doody 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 doom doody doom. Ooh.
Nothing has changed about this.
Yeah, I don't know where the other trap is. Da 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 da.
Whoa. What have we here?
What, a bridge?
A bridge with loose nails and rot-infested wood that creaks in the wind. A construction code violation if there ever was one.
Game, it looks like we've got a construction code violation.
True. They never cleaned up the war damage. The rest of Relachel looks better, though.
But Lieutenant, think about the splinters.
The bridge is fine enough. Locals use it all the time, after all. It's nothing to worry about. Shall we?
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Didn't I have some oil? I forgot.
Paintbrush? Check. Heavy fuel
hell yeah.
oil? Check. Now the only thing left to do is paint the wall. The paintbrush in your hand is like a loaded revolver. What will it be, Desperado? Quite a few things come to mind.
Mother of all walls. No parking. You know what? Something beautiful is going to happen.
You've spoken. The wall will now silently repeat the message for a decade or so, until the sea air degrades the paint, adding another layer of detritus to the city.
Very poetic. Real poetry. Should we return to our murder investigation? I hear there's a really bad one we are supposed to solve.
Oh, come on, Kim. Live a little. I wanna ask her.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Piss something and fuck the world, send their best.
I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners.
The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness.
You know what? They seem to hold you in high esteem.
There'll never be skulls, but their hearts are in the right place.
Got it, enough of that then.
Thank you for passing on the message. Now run along, Piggy.
I will run around. But not just because you say so.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Alright, I found my badge, by the way.
By love, you did.
She inspects the piece of blue plastic, her eyes scanning from left to right.
She is memorizing your badge number.
Pleased to meet you, Lieutenant W. Freighter Dubois. I am glad to see a man of high qualification. The situation is precarious. What can I help you with, Lieutenant Freighter?
How about you share your information on the lynching, now that you've seen his badge?
Oh yeah, finally.
The goalposts have moved, Lieutenant. In the absence of the badge, I have informed my employer there will be a probe. I cannot rescind that promise. To my knowledge, the drivers are still at the roundabout. I will tell you everything I know when you've finished with them.
Well, you know what? Fair, I guess. The probe will be done soon.
I am glad to hear that. Because let me tell you, we are in dire waters. The sooner the probe is finished, the sooner I can share crucial information with you. Now, is there anything I can do for you in the meanwhile? Tea, perhaps?
I spoke with the lorryman at the roundabout.
Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered?
Wait, where exactly are these eyes located?
It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this.
One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter.
In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation.
She's trying to conceal her excitement, but the slight glimmer in her green eyes tells you otherwise.
Yeah.
The lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours.
Nah, let the lieutenant handle it.
If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I am sure you understand.
Of course, detectives. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands.
Yeah.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
What are you talking about? You said contain the situation?
Yes. I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Rivershoal West.
Since you are sharing land, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario.
Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be.
I've already heard about a connection between the lynching and strike, but I need your testimony.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail.
A momentary lapse of faith.
They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer.
Every worker...
A member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor.
Do you need a security detail?
Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the Union into surrendering.
Who are they, exactly?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So, what happened?
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night.
Well, we already know that's not exactly what happened.
Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel contractors carry out their orders, for now.
For now?
It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow.
What is the nature of this so-called investigation?
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants.
It will be all of them. The decision is already made.
That is not good. I have to say, this is not disco.
It is very far from disco. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put,
she grabs hold of the mainsail.
If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
Oh, God.
They would have to project strength and power.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty.
The Seraï's giant hornet, the world's 2nd largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours.
Damn!
These men work in tandem using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns at all. As I said, a bloodbath.
Isn't this a pretty bleak scenario you're describing?
Many bleak scenarios have already come true, Lieutenant W. Frater de Bois.
The way she said that.
All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation.
What can you tell me about Crenel?
Not much. Their public resume is relatively good, as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman-Lorenz, Eintracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in 3rd or 4th world countries. Guarding facilities, escort missions and such.
Meaning they're used to operating in war zones.
In war zones, yeah, that's not good.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yesut, the Seminese Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil.
Okay, anything else you got on them?
Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources.
She thinks.
If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM, I did not think I'd be dealing with a group like Crenell.
Could you contact the company? Tell them to call them off?
I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us.
She's being truthful. She is pressing them as hard as she can.
Uh-huh. You said the deceased assaulted a woman?
Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it.
Uh-huh. What did these teenagers by the canal say?
That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did this assault take place, if you know?
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him.
Don't mention it. And who was this woman?
That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor. About a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe.
This colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him?
If you mean did I see him alive, yes. But I did not know him.
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice. But she had sympathy for this man.
You liked him?
Liked is a bit strong. He was the most charismatic among them. He handled all the talking. His departure left a major gap in the group's communication skills.
His name was?
Lely. His service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one.
Uh-huh. Tell me about the others first.
One is a man. Corty, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Corty is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator.
What would you say was his eye color, the deceased's?
She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head.
I can't remember.
There's a pang of regret to her voice.
The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed.
That's all right, man. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age?
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions.
This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. And Clasia also mentioned it, I believe. What else? Nationality? Accent?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent, Oranese, or Messinian, maybe. His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once.
Where are the remaining two mercs now?
They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth.
Yeah.
They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes. Ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting.
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Vigilantes, the RCM gets its authority from the coalition. Where does theirs come from?
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down.
We still need to know where they are.
You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
Where are these mercenaries?
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise.
Huh.
The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
Alright, one has been a goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader.
That may be so. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gate is a powder keg. Does this not bother you?
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union?
Yeah.
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
One is probably in the building overlooking the roundabout.
That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel.
Aha!
I hope I can answer it better.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience.
They don't report their progress to you?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
Right.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Tell me about the statues.
Of course. Excuse my hesitation before.
She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand.
For about half a minute, in silence.
It was taken with a Trigat not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Stay quiet, observe the woman's expression.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before? It's likely.
Ooh, what do you think?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars.
She points to one on the photo paper.
I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent.
Like blooms in a pattern?
Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways, a sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300 years ago, the sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels.
Uh-huh. So what travels did the dead man make?
Quite a few. Vredefort, the Oronese capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. He started somewhere near here, I think.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Pretto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Pretto, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean, first the Semnes Islands, then this.
She points to his heart. What is that?
Revachol. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde, at the dawn of the Interinsulary Age.
The old world passing by, and the new world already here.
You said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor. And these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning.
In Martinez looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside, there is a siren. Distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter.
This man is no brother of mine, but this is his service history.
That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos.
Mercenary.
For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas.
Who could tell me more?
His platoon members? The other contractors. Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade.
Yeah, that's not a good idea.
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial. Challenge accepted. I say we do it.
I'm not sure it's a good idea. Nah, not a good idea.
I am relieved you think so. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
That's... What is the use of this map, actually?
The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it.
That's kind of poetic. That's all for the tattoos.
Is there anything else?
And I think that's all for that. I got a new level. My reaction speed is not good. My empathy is pretty good. I don't need drama. Electrochemistry is already fucking annoying. More interfacing? Or maybe some rhetoric. Or suggestion. Hold on. Where was the map? There you go. Volition, physical. Some interfacing that I unlocked. Perception. Actually, there's a lot of physical instrument. I think I'm gonna go with physical. There you go. Da-da-da. Yeah. The Martinez boardwalk down the coast. Oh yeah, right, I found a body last time. I forgot about that. Da 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 da. I forgot about the body. Wow, 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 wow. Do 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 do. Da-da-da. No, no, no. All right. Doo-dee-doom, doo-doo-doo-dee-doom. Wait, did I shake this one? Might have.
Nothing has changed.
Yep, I did. Alright, it's not here. Hold on.
An old door worn by
Oh, that's
elements guards
interfacing.
the depot.
Fuck.
The
Doo-dee-doo-dee-doo-dee-doo.
There's still some unused change in there. The machine waits for a number to be dialed.
Dial a random number.
You close your eyes and put your index finger on the rotary dial, then pull down on the number, then move one up and repeat the motion. Quite strange. This is not how you started before.
Keep dialing.
414447. The rotary dial feels cold from the sea air.
Keep dialing.
1117361. Your fingers keep moving like a spider. Every time the ring rotates back with a little ring of metal, like a bell tolling.
There's more?
Yes. 451-67451. You are going deeper now, into some unknown place, far away from this island of matter and its telecommunication networks.
Finish it.
451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting silently to relay a signal. Surely nothing can come of this, you think. But it does. A connection. An ultra-long distance call. Your ear fills with a crackle. The wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. A little bird starts ringing in there. Not like the local calling tone before. No, a small ring in a cage of distortion. Far away. A distant network of phones. Calling in the night. The saddest sound in the world. Both pitiful and terrifying. You feel your pulse rising with each ring. Calling still. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy.
Let's call more.
Calling still. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice emerges. Small. The dearest thing you've ever heard.
Damn. Hello? She hums, a voice warm from sleep.
Who is this?
Your voice is so beautiful.
No, no. It's you, isn't it? It's you.
Who is this?
Dora. Who is this? The connection is bad.
In the distorted distance, you hear someone turning next to her. Bed springs rattle.
Don't react.
It doesn't matter if you react or not. You still think you hear a man's voice in the background. It's covered in pain and white noise.
I'm an ultra-high net worth individual. I understand how reality works. I have seen into it. My mind is clear.
You're not a high net worth individual, Harry. You're drunk.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Okay. I'm not drunk or high. I'm just hurt. Why does it hurt to talk to you?
Oh, God.
There's silence. It's heavy as tin. The white noise howls. Say nothing.
Do you know what time it is? It's so late here.
Sounds like she's looking for a clock on the nightstand.
It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours.
I am the law. You know what? Yeah, I am the law. I'm a detective. I'm doing a case as hanged man.
She does not answer anymore.
I got the freaking achievement. I'm gonna solve it.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money.
I can dial again. Let's go.
You dial the number again. 26 pulls of the rotary dial. The machine eats the call in the middle of it. Calling. Calling.
Let it call.
Calling. 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 It looks like she does not want to pick it up, Harry. Stop scaring her.
Why?
Come on. You know why.
Alright.
The headset lands in the cradle with a clank.
Well, that was depressing. Well, yeah. There's the body again.
There's some tear. A man lies on the boardwalk, his limbs bent and neck.
Hold on.
The lieutenant leans over the corpse and examines his face. 2 glassy eyes stares back at him, void of any signs of life.
Looks like he's been dead for a while. I'm surprised no one found him before you came along.
He stands up and shivers as a gust of wind blows through his bomber jacket. Who is this man?
Looks like one of the locals. He'd have to know this spot to come here. You don't just walk over here.
He looks south, the way you came.
But that's just a lazy assumption. What do you think?
At least this man knew how to party. Imagine the same scene without the bottle. Now that would be just sad.
What we're witnessing here? No. I think labeling him as an alcoholic is a bit premature. We don't know anything yet.
We do know that he was married.
The lieutenant points at the ring on the man's left hand. The flesh around it swollen and grey.
But you're right. Let's not run ahead. For now, all we know is that he's an unidentified middle-aged man found dead on the Martinez boardwalk.
What do you think happened here?
Death by misadventure. He slipped and fell through the boardwalk. A truly unfortunate accident. If it wouldn't have been for that bench, he'd be alive.
Oh yeah. What about the kebab?
What about it? The deceased ate some kebab. It's probably from a nearby place, maybe in the parks.
Sometimes a kebab is just a kebab.
I guess. Someone should be held responsible for this broken boardwalk. It's dangerous.
They'll seal this place off after the news reaches the coalition officials. I doubt that they have enough resources to actually repair the boardwalk. Not that sealing it off would keep anyone away. All it does is keep the city council's hands clean.
Right.
It does seem to be a pretty straightforward misadventure, although there's still a question of identifying the body.
What should we do with him?
From where I stand, I can see two options. We either take the case and follow the leads to identify the body on our own, or we report back to the station and leave this for our colleagues to handle.
Hold on, what about field autopsy?
A field autopsy isn't necessary if the cause of death doesn't appear to be criminal, and this looks like a simple accident to me. I'd say we should just write down head trauma in the autopsy report and leave it at that. It would save us at least 2 hours of unnecessary work.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of sloppy?
Maybe, but we don't really have much time or resources to spare. The guys at processing will take care of the rest.
I mean, yeah, let's leave this case for the station. I don't
Alright,
really
the station
need
is
to do
going
that.
to want details, however. Let's examine that library card you found on the man's body, see if it has any clues. Then we can call the station from my kinema and hand over the case.
It's a library card. Alright. Ooh, fucking hell. Oh.
The library card is folded into two and still slightly wet to the touch. The front side reads, Central Jamrock Public Library Card, issued to Billy Mejean, expires July 53. Billy is a unisex name. Could be the deceased, or his family member.
Look inside.
Whoever owns this card is an avid reader. You find a list of books written in blue pencil. Radio thriller. Stand a little less between me and the sun. The last one in the list is The Glinton Curve by M. Theobald. The library stamp indicates that the book has been returned. Most of these titles seem to be in the sci-fi genre. Some thrillers too. If lost, please return the card to the library. Dial 005 02 55211.
We already decided to let the station handle this case, so there's no need for us to call the library. Good. We've examined the library card. That should be enough for our colleagues. Now we can call the station from my kinema and hand over the case.
Sure. Sure thing.
The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must dripping water falls from a high place. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it. And a small layer of white salt from the sea.
Luton, can you make out what's inside?
No. I won't even try. You know...
He takes his glasses off.
I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad.
This partner of his, Eyes, things didn't end well. It saddens him to say his name. Don't even ask. He wouldn't answer. Maybe some other small talk.
Can you still shoot though?
Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10.
That's fair. I'm sure there's a way to get inside here, but I don't know how. Da, 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 da. Oh, here's the last trap.
This is the last of the traps. The one Morel just set. Checking it over, he said, is just a technicality. The reeds by the abandoned campsite hiss and shake in the lazily falling rain. It's good the cryptozoologists left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out. You feel strange, somehow.
Reach for the trap.
The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locust.
No locust?
No phasmid either, but still.
Immediately yell no. Look closer still.
Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap.
The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked the trap up and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground.
Actually, I do get the feeling that someone or something may have messed with the trap.
Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist, or someone else is sabotaging them. I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not.
But what if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out?
Right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologists to figure out now. We are not cryptozoologists. We are cops.
Oh my god. Anyway. God damn. I need to go back to the church. They probably finished now. Maybe. Yeah, they did. God damn. Could these wires work as contact microphones? What are these things over there? Oh, there are things.
Yeah, it's all set up, man. Can you already imagine 1,000 people in here? 10,000?
He raises his hands in an unbelievably lame, non-hardcore manner.
Ecstatic vibrations, totally transcendent. And I've finished setting up the new compressor too.
He looks at the imposing black box in the corner that's churning out the sound.
Now the only thing left to do is the name of the club. Will you do the honours, detective?
Ooh. A seal, what would you suggest as the name?
How about something simple? Like the club?
Too modern and too ironic. We don't want ironic, we want real. Real and true and beautiful. Like a morning after the rave.
What do you propose as a name, Andrew?
The name. Everything I managed to come up with sounds just wrong.
Andre's overthinking it.
Yes, you should do it, detective. It would be good for the signs.
Noid's right. You've helped us so much. It's the right thing to do.
Hey Gad, you must have a lot of ideas.
Yakokata!
Yakukata! The place to be!
Yeko Qatar, the zone of ecological catastrophe. That's too morbid, Egg. Got anything else?
Hardcore!
Hardcore! Yeah.
No, it has to be bigger than hardcore. Yes, it has to be even bigger than hardcore to the mega. It has to be bigger than the scene.
Right. Noid.
The amnesia.
Ooh, I like this.
Like the... I can't remember the name of the club, Amnesia.
Amnesia! It's not amnesia, guys.
Why not? Sooner.
I don't.
Good. We have too many opinions anyway.
Kim?
I wouldn't. I wouldn't build a club, and I wouldn't name it either.
An underground place with no name? Sounds like something the Crabman would say.
We're not going with anything the Crabman would say.
Why not? The Crabman has ideas, Estelle. Ideas from another level of consciousness.
I don't care. I don't like the Crabman, and I don't like his ideas. His ideas are spooky.
Is it just
Next,
spooky?
please.
I think I've come up with a name.
You have? Well, what's the name?
Oh. You know what? Yeah, let's go with it. Disco Elysium.
Like that DeLorean word for the world, you mean? Elysium.
But Disco Elysium? Isn't it wacky? Disco's kind of gone, isn't it? Forgotten.
The past is the future, but the future is dead.
No, it's beautiful. Beautiful and brave. Like we want it to be.
And short. And memorable.
It's settled then. Everyone
Let's
welcome
go.
to Disco Elysium.
Andre breaks into frenzied dance-like motion to celebrate the name. Someone turns up the beat.
Observe his movement. What are you doing, Andre?
I'm dancing.
He performs yet another strange pattern of moves, but it doesn't look very cool or modern. Honestly, it looks kind of lame.
That soft core gyrating is supposed to be dancing.
We should talk about it. We should talk about your so-called dancing.
Yes, my man.
He jumps up and down with glee, his moves punctuated with by the stroboscopic flash of the club lights.
Talk? What is there to talk about if you can express yourself with moves?
With moves.
Audio waves thump against your ribcage. The speaker setup makes everything sound much better. But there's a noticeable lack of something.
Lack of something. I've been meaning to ask you, what's with the hair?
It's to express my individuality.
Is that a bald spot? It's hard to tell for sure, with the fused together spikes. But it looks like he's balding.
Or is it because you're balding?
Or because I'm balding, yes. I want to fuse the remains of my hair together before it leaves me. I want to show my hair. I don't give a fuck how old you think I am. I'm 20.
How old are you?
Not 20.
Yeah. I get the feeling. Fair enough.
Maybe it was a bad idea. Anyway.
That's it.
Goodbye, officer.
That's it. I don't really care. Maybe.
You got us in,
Maybe
Cop.
Lloyd.
I can't believe you got us in.
Looks around the hall, examining the carpentry.
With wonder in his sharp eyes.
Between you and me, I don't know if you've noticed this about me. I'm a little suspicious of authority. But you really came through for the hardcore underground.
Yes, you really came through for the hardcore underground. How come?
I think Kim is angry.
Andre is busy cutting some slightly less lame, but still quite ungainly shapes on the church floor, sweating profusely. Estelle using her contact mic to listen to a tree underwater. The one with the large head is blasting the dance track on repeat. while the stained glass window behind him is rattling from the base. Sire, the tent. 'Twas a security risk. And in here, sanctuary. 'Twas only noble of you.
Uh-huh. I'm a corrupt cop, Kim. No. You know what? Better here than in that tent. It wasn't safe.
Okay.
Lloyd, what do you think about the church?
It's a miracle of carpentry. Dead bodies carved into total shapes.
Dead
Now it could be
bodies.
something more.
Yeah, damn. How old do you think the church is?
320 years, a little more. The first settlers built it, plus 6 more like it. On the coast here was one of the first things they did. Must have been really scared of something. I understand. Alone on an uninhabited archipelago, forced to face themselves and nature. Pre-industrial quantities of solitude. The sea, perhaps something more fundamental. I would want to build a safe place for myself and my own as well.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
I don't want to talk more with them.
Yes, what is it?
She doesn't look up from the keyboard. How's the project going? I see that your neighbors have moved in, but all I hear is a Nordic dance music.
What? What did you say?
Can barely hear her over the thumping bass of Nordic dance music. I said, how's the project going?
I can't hear you. The music is too loud.
The project, how is it going?
Oh, the project. It's not going well.
Why?
There's that guy. I need him to plug a 3.5 cable into the auxiliary input so that I can route the audio signal through the mixer into the speakers.
Why don't you just ask him?
He doesn't listen to me. He only ever seems to care about hardcore and Yekukata. A place to be, apparently.
I'll speak to him, see what I can do.
Thanks. Maybe you can get through his magic rhymes.
She does jazz hands to mock him.
Let me know how it goes.
Alright. Let's try again. Talking with that guy.
We're close.
Says the young man standing behind the mixer deck, pumping his fist in the air. Long-shaped trees grow on his silver belt buckle.
True, hard, full, car.
Say nothing.
Car.
But is it? I mean, really?
This young man adds a capital G before the H in his yegs and args. This produces a guttural Gotvaldian accent and makes him sound more animal. More, or maybe it's not Gotvaldian. Maybe it's Oranese. Probably an homage to Oranje, where Arno van Eyck
I do
is
not
from,
care.
judging by his name.
The Y to the E to the A 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 to the G to the H to the exclamation mark. Yeah!
He missed one A.
You missed an A there, but that's okay. I'm pretty lenient, cop.
It's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice.
Huh?
We're close.
True, hard,
Oh
full,
my
car.
god.
Hardcore! Yeah!
This young man, or maybe it's not Gotvaldian.
This is the famous
Maybe
Van Eyck I'm
it's
hearing.
You know about him?
He moves his mouth, but sound doesn't come out. His eyes are the size of saucers. Looks like you've rendered him speechless.
You know Van Eyck?
Yeah, I'm a major arcade.
Wow!
The skinny wraith looks at you with some disbelief.
So am I! So am I!
He begins to shake his head to it so everyone would understand.
Oh! Is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega! The K became the G! The boy became the man!
Huh.
The Advent? We're close.
Oh my god!
Hard, full,
Say nothing.
hardcore.
Still say
Hardcore to the
nothing.
mega.
Alright.
The night.
Oh, fucking no.
We're close.
Just fucking die. Nothing,
Internally
nothing.
coherent.
Still say nothing.
All right.
Please tell me, what exactly are you doing?
Gotta get the people going.
Why?
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
I think I'm also a party boy.
2 on a track.
Ah, for fuck's sake.
We're close. True. Hardcore. Yeah.
This young man, or maybe it's not got volume.
The what? Yeah.
He missed one A.
I'm the hard rhymer, the track attacker, the mic enforcer, the sixth check.
God, I don't like this guy.
Hardcore. Yeah.
This young man, or maybe it's
The what? Yeah.
he missed one.
It's nice. We're close. True. Hardcore. Internally coherent. All core. All right.
He furrows his
Hardcore. Ah.
So hardcore.
Is it though?
He stops dead in this trap, shaking his head to the side. I was just thinking that a moment ago.
One mind, one spirit.
Ah, fuck.
We're close.
I thought I tracked him.
True. Hardcore. Internally. All core. All.
he furrows his brow.
Hardcore.
So hardcore. It is.
What is it? I mean, really.
It is his head to the other side like an owl. The question is, what is the question?
No, but seriously, I'm a bit worried it isn't.
He frowns and starts bobbing his head back and forth once more.
Don't be alarmed. Everything is okay. He isn't actually worried. Everything is still super hardcore. What he probably means is, it could be even more so.
Hey, can you please route Sona's signal through your speakers?
To the Mega! Yeah! I can route it through auxiliary! What kind of a cable does she use? 3.5 or 4.5?
It's 3.5, no doubt about it. It's on the ground.
Oh, she uses 3.5. Yeah. The auxiliary lining is 4.5 millimeter. These two don't mix.
Oh no, we're going to be in this church forever.
Come on, Kib.
Don't worry, I have an adapter for it right here.
He searches for the cable on the ground and picks it up, looking at the jack.
Hang on, this is a 4.5. We're all good, people!
With a grin, he sticks the plug into the auxiliary line in. You hear a satisfying click.
Whoa, thank God. Adapters noticeably degrade the sound quality.
Great! Someone got through to him. Okay, let's get it all set up. Can we turn the music off, please?
Egg the music.
Everybody! Everybody! Don't panic! I'm going to turn off the Arno for just a sec. For a special scheduled event. The Arno will be back, but we're doing something else for one moment. Alright, go tell her that Egghead is ready to rave to her tunes. And then I'll turn off the music.
Alright, how do you like it in the church?
Yeah! Back on the case! No disgrace! Bring it down to party place! The first page of the second chapter!
His voice echoes all around the grand hall.
Could it be? Maybe for him, you only have a chapter or two left in you. Last of the penultimate, more like.
You said you were worried. What do you think is wrong with the music?
There's nothing wrong with it. I'm still in love with the hardcore.
He turns pensive all of a sudden.
Sometimes I just feel like anodic music is in its infancy, you know? For example, take this Arno van Eyck jam I've been pumping for the last months, and will continue pumping for the rest of 51. Isn't something holding it back from being hyper?
Thanks for a moment and his expression clears.
It's like it's only ultra. I think it's super hardcore, but you're right. It's not hyper hardcore.
If anything, it sounds a bit proto. Like it's not fully formed yet. You might be a moribund alcoholic and a failed cop, but you are pretty certain a thing cannot be both proto and hardcore.
It's okay, I'll give him only ultra hardcore.
It is, isn't it? I knew it. But how could it become harder core?
Harder
I
core.
know the answer in my heart, but cannot think it in my head. If this is not hyper, how could anything be?
Wait, I just remembered something. I'm the police. Nothing. Me being the police isn't going to help us. Sounds suspiciously like a question. I thought the question was, what is the question?
No! This is the answer!
Try to think if anything could make it harder, core.
What? Guys, there's something happening in his head.
Think even harder.
Oh yeah! He's doing it!
But you're not. This is almost certainly a matter that surpasses the limits of reason.
My imagination fails me.
I know! So does mine!
He laughs and shakes his head.
But there's something else that hasn't failed you.
Oh, come on, electrochemistry. I can't help you with this right now. I need something else. I'm gonna try. Maybe your body can tell you what Hanover next gem is missing. Oh, let's try.
No, that would be silly. Your body isn't for thinking. It's for robust, wholesome things.
Just fucking do the thing.
Yes, what is it?
Alright, I talked to Hagrid, plugged in the cable. You can now unmute your speakers.
Okay, but think you can ask him to turn the volume down a bit? Just in case.
Maximum!
Shouts Hagrid, a great smile still adorning his face, larger than a red dwarf star.
Maximum is the only way!
I know it is, but could you please turn it down just this instance? Just this one time? Maximum is not the only way, okay?
Pump it to the brick! Pump it to the hard master! There's no other way! Glue style!
Glue style?
Glue style? Okay, there literally is no other way. The mixing desk is glued to maximum.
See? He pumps it to the hard master. It's hopeless.
I think what Hagrid is trying to say here is that the volume button is stuck on maximum.
Of course it is.
She shrugs, consigned to her fate.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Enlightenment! Ray of sound!
Never mind then. Let's get on with our project. I'm going to unmute the speakers on a count of 5. Everyone ready?
She looks around the church.
Egghead pumps his hand up in the air, waiting for the beat to drop.
All ready. Ready.
I'm ready if you two are detectives.
The lieutenant nods stoically. There's tightness in your chest. Anxiety.
I don't care. Okay, ready.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Mute disengaged.
She lifts her hand from the keyboard. Complete silence fills the room.
No wind outside. No waves. No floorboards creaking. Total, continuous silence. This is unnatural. The woman looks around. In the silence, you see dust move on the floorboards. The driver of the speaker vibrates in the air and then stops. Plasterwork begins to crumble down the walls. In the silence, a low hum starts creeping up your spine. It's a song inside you, not in the speakers, not in the room. A great bass sigh in the basement of your mind. Slowly, it builds until the air around you starts to vibrate. It's out there now, in the world, made manifest. It will devour everything.
Nah, it won't.
Guys, what's going on?
There's alarm in the man's voice. As he steps back to scan the surroundings, a slight rattle like crystal clattering in the cupboard fills the air, joining the chorus.
It's getting louder.
Says Noid, his eyes riveted on the strange circle of water basins.
In the basins, the water looks like it's boiling.
Hosiana! Mother of Mega!
You hear Egghead yell, then something else, but his voice is growing faint.
In his mind, A tidal wave approaching from afar, swallowing entire coastlines on its way. Salvation. He's peaking. The worst high he's ever been on.
Hey, what's that weird rattling sound?
The beauty and the beat! The future of dance! Planetary!
No, Egg! It's the window!
The glass shards around Dolores Day's vacant heart appear to be vibrating from the sound. It almost looks as if she's alive.
In the corner of your eye, the lieutenant steps aside, cautiously, his eyes searching for a possible evacuation route.
The window is going to come down! No, the roof!
Oh. She looks up. A screech fills the air, a scream of wood and nails. The pillars of the church twist and creak above and around you.
Cracks appear on the stained glass window. Cracks run up the wooden pillars in the dark.
Come down to us! Love!
Below it, all the bass grows, like the jaws of a giant compressor gnawing on metal and wood. It does not sound benevolent at all. It's shaking the building's foundation. The floor twists.
That's it. I'm muting it.
I kinda want to say no. Don't panic, it's beautiful!
Beautiful car! Beautiful...
Shit! It doesn't stop. A seal? Have you? Yes, I've turned it off.
Oh.
Andre, pull the compressor! The place is gonna come down!
Fuck! I can't shut it up. The signal's passed. It's not in here.
In the mixing desk now, building into a positive feedback loop. This is it. A great roar. The vault of the roof twists above you. Glass shatters somewhere near the door. It's coming down.
Again, it's in the desk.
And then it stops. Totally and utterly. As if there never was a sound. Only your ears still ring from the shock. Everybody is staring at Egghead, holding a dangling cable in his hand. A black 3-pin connector.
Egg.
I pulled the plug. It was getting too hardcore. You did good, Egg. Most of the place seems to be intact. Fucking hell. Programmer lady, tell me you were recording that.
4 years. 22 people. Millions of reals. All that time? This is what we were up against. Just erased it. Suliswolf isn't gonna believe this.
Yeah, but did you record it though? It was dope. I think we can use it.
Yes, Andre. I recorded it. Damn, I need to send some letters now. Thank you all for doing this. Eggman, you too. And you, officer. I don't know what we've discovered, but I know what it sounds like now. That's a start.
Well, what was that? I've never heard anything like that.
It was mathematical information from the anomaly, presented as a waveform. That's what it was technically. Theoretically...
She shakes her head.
I have no idea. I've never even heard of anything like this.
A voice seems muffled in the silent church. It's your ears adjusting after the exposure.
I'm going to write Suicide.
Yes, our lead designer. And maybe some of the producers too. And some of the writers. If they're sober enough to open a transmission. They need to hear.
That it wasn't her fault. Or theirs.
They need to hear about this. Don't worry, I won't send the recording. Although I doubt they have the speakers to produce the frequency anyway.
Kim, did you hear that?
It was very hard. I think you're right. There is something going on here. And you need to be very careful with it.
Screw being careful.
I promise, officer. We will not play it again.
What happens now? Are you going to...
Stay here. I'm going to stay here with these lunatics. Send letters, maybe meet Suliswolf. Also devise further measurements.
I want you to know that's totally chill with us.
I don't care, but thank you anyway. Now, I have a theory to come up with. Some kind of preliminary explanation to all this. Or the letter will sound like I've lost my mind.
Maybe you did.
Yes, and we have to get back to stabilizing Martinez. Instead of demolishing it with loud bass noise of unknown origins.
Kim, stop being disappointed.
Some tiny hard thing lets go in your stomach. You're still alive. You don't know enough about the world. But that Joyce, if you knew all she knows, could put it together.
Pale unknown.
The swallow, you mean? What a trait. Thanks.
Right. Ooh. That was a save. I got 2 points. What should I use them on? I feel like endurance might be useful. I'm gonna take it. And hold on. What do I see the most of? Savoir-faire, interfacing, conceptualization, shivers. I could put one in perception actually, because the thing with the cafeteria window. Where is here? Right. Dun, 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 dun.
She's whistling a melody, her trusty contact mic attached to a wooden pulpit. At the sound of your footsteps, she stops what she was doing and turns to you.
Hey there. I've been recording some new audio from all these beams and rafters. The sounds travelling through the wood are pretty cool. Creaks and stuff. Like you're underwater, you know? But like, underwater inside a tree. But that's not really what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to thank you instead.
What for?
For getting me and my friends in here. And we even found some new associates, such as they are.
How's everyone doing then?
Good, I think. Noid is getting a read on the place. I think he finds the carpentry very impressive. Andre's been setting up the compressor and dancing. Egghead's been keeping the party up. He's got the stage under control. Sauna, the programmer, she's doing whatever she does. Behind that radio computer of hers.
Maybe I could have
She doesn't
put
talk to
empathy.
us much. And the crabman hasn't shown himself, thank God.
Now, can you tell me about your associates?
Sure. You helped us out. I can repay the favour. What do you want to know?
Tell me about Suna.
Ah, she's a bit odd, I have to say. Doesn't talk much. I'm not really sure how to vibe with her, you know? Seems like she's not in a very good mood most of the time. But earlier today she told me about Welkins. And she seemed oddly happy, like she had some idea with those little creatures. Some artistic idea. I didn't really listen, I was busy with my mic.
Alright, about Tiago.
Oh, the crabman. Still gives me the creeps the way he moves. But he doesn't actually come down that much, just climbs around the rafters. I just tried to stay away from the crabman. But he talks to Noid. They seem to have some thing going on.
Oh, he talks to Noid. What for?
Beats me. Noid said they get along somehow. They're both crazy enough, I guess.
What does he do up there?
Who knows? He doesn't really answer our questions, see? Not that it's easy to ask them. What are we supposed to do? Yell up at the tower?
Yeah.
Who do you want to know about?
Andre.
Andre? He's a cool guy. doesn't really come off as one, but he is. To me at least. He takes care of shit. Sorry. I mean, he's got a vision. For what life should be, you know? He tries to push things until everything falls into place. He's an organizer.
What has he organized?
Nothing. But then again, there's nothing to organise around here either. He really wants this church thing to work. Must have taken it as a sign when he found it abandoned like that. Said it was an augury. I don't know where he got that from. Andre's not super intelligent. I've never seen him so psyched about anything though. And he's often psyched. Looks sort of desperate, like it's his last chance or something. Or maybe he was just high. I mean, not that he does drugs, just high, you know?
Uh-huh. On life?
Yes. Anyway.
Could it be that he's balding, him thinking it's his last chance?
Come to think of it, yes. He's in some kind of a self-destruction mode with that hair of his. Bleaching it like that. Probably wants to get rid of it altogether.
Is Andre your boyfriend?
Yes.
Damn. Just yes. Okay.
Who do you want to know about?
Noid.
He's a four-burger, I guess, like the rest of us. Okay, maybe not Egg, I don't know about him, but Noid and the rest are from Forberg, making the pilgrimage up north to visit the Elysium. He's real hardcore about the lifestyle.
What does he do?
What do you mean do? Like for a living?
No, I mean for breakfast. Of course for a living.
He's a carpenter, trained and all. He's very good, he just doesn't have the mindset to work like that. In a shop somewhere.
What kind of mindset is that?
He abides by the hardcore, sir. You would have to ask him yourself.
And you?
Sir, I abide by the law.
Right. What is this pilgrimage you're talking about?
It's just something poor Forberg kids do every spring. To pass the time, we walk the entire length of Boogie Street, up to Jamrock. Or as much as possible. I don't know, man. Have you been down Boogie Street? It's a little bewildering.
Uh-huh. Let's say I haven't been down Boogie Street.
Okay. Then you should go and take a look, I guess. Boogie Street is cool. It's got a lot of immigrants and all kinds of different people.
I might just do that if I make it here there alive.
Yeah. Who do you want to know about?
And what about Egghead?
What do you mean?
Where's he from? How long has he been with you guys?
Actually, we don't know where he's from. Or who he is, really. One time we were out partying somewhere in backwater Forberg. Or maybe even Coal City. I can't remember. Maybe it was Coal City.
The worst of the Banlieues. A wretched heap of closed-down mines, even west of Jamrock, on the dusty slope of Montmartin, the remotest possible area of Revachol. No one even wants to exploit those people anymore.
Wow.
Egg was yelling along to some jam someone was spinning, all night long. Just kept yelling until he didn't have a shred of voice left. When the sun came up over the mines. There were mines? Yeah, it was in Coal City. Egg came with us. He made this wheezing puppy dog sound all the way back. Couldn't even speak. It was definitely Coal City, because it took us 2 days to walk back to the fort. He just wheezed the whole way. We never really asked why he came with us, or who he was. I think his name is Jermaine.
Jermaine?
People are sweet.
You can see it must have been a great night. The memory causes her to go silent for a moment or two.
What does he think he's doing when he yells all that stuff?
Oh, that. He's the party boy.
He told me as much, but what exactly is a party boy?
And Nordic music doesn't really do vocals in the traditional sense. Vocals are thought of as rock. That's to say they're a bit backward. No offence if you like rock music though. Rock music's cool by me.
Pachoo, swish. Your credentials as the resident future man of Revachol are being questioned. Show her you're hip with the times, Gramps.
No offense taken, go on.
Anyway, even if you don't have vocals, you still need someone to say something every now and then, right? To urge things on. That's where the party boy comes in. He basically just stands on the stage and dances and yells how awesome everything is. It's very catchy.
I understand. People are usually afraid to do things if others aren't already doing them. Dancing makes you dance, like sneezing makes you sneeze, or yawning makes you... Anyway.
Uh-huh.
Who do you want to know about?
Do tell me about yourself.
Me? Again?
Actually, no.
Yes, sure.
I think that's enough, right? That's enough. We've done enough today, no? Nuh-uh. Are you having fun, Kim? I don't think he's having fun. Let me see. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. So this was the last stream of the year because I will take some time to go see my family and everything. So I will see you again in January. Well, I will, of course, continue this and other things. But yeah. I hope you have a good Christmas and a happy New Year. And I'll see you next time. Bye.